probably my favorite part of mixed martial arts is people that move in interesting ways, move well in interesting ways. I was thinking, you know who Lionel Messi is by any chance?
Sure.
So the soccer player, he's my favorite. Talking about things that divide the populace with the vaccines, it's probably Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo, who's the greatest player of all time or currently playing. That divides people too. But
what is the division?
They're just both incredible.
But what is it like? Who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Is it like that kind of thing?
People get very passionate about this.
Oh, yeah.
They get extremely passionate.
Who do you think is better?
Messi by far.
Ah, look at you.
I don't care. By far. So what?
How so?
So sometimes, so it has to do with movement. So and it has to do with where you put priorities. So the other people in the running for greatest ever, I don't even think Ronaldo's in the top 5, but is Maradona, Pele. So more.
Is
like
this a shots fired moment right here?
That was for sure.
Was that shots fired?
That was, yeah.
I mean, I'm out of the loop when it comes to soccer, but I feel like you just made some.
I think the Brazilian
bold
Ronaldo.
statements.
Yeah, I think the Brazilian Ronaldo is better than Cristiano. But so Cristiano is much better looking. He's much harder working. He's an incredible soccer player, one of the greatest ever, just not in the top 5 for me. Messi moves like nothing I have ever seen. And this is, I think a lot of people agree at this. There's moments of genius unlike anybody else. This everybody agrees on. And the question is, how much do you value moments of genius in terms of movement? Like just like how many things you're able to create, they're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Right.
And that I value that above all else. Now, one of the reasons why until like a month ago people still said Messi might not be the greatest ever is because he's never taken his national team, Argentina, to a major, like a World Cup win or the Copa America, like the major international win. He's taken him to the final a bunch of times, but never won. And so that's like LeBron questions. How many times, if ever, did you take your team, especially when the team is not great, did you make them step up to win the championship?
Right.
And until so he won the South American championship, which is a huge championship for the first time with Argentina last month, which solidified him as the greatest. Anyway, I'm making some enemies now, but the main point is the movement. I think everyone agrees he is when you watch him, it's art. And I was thinking in the same way, who is that? Like if you didn't see the face or the uniform, if you just saw the silhouette, you can tell it's Messi. And I was thinking, who is that for MMA?
Mighty Mouse.
But in terms of the uniqueness of movement, like
Mighty Mouse.
It's because I want to combine that. Like this is dangerous, but I like when McGregor knocked out Aldo.
Jose Aldo, yeah.
I mean that he deserves a lot of that's same as Messi. Like at the highest, arguably at the peak of their like performing career, Aldo like be able to just make them look like they're a beginner for a brief moment. That's I don't know. That's worth something. That's a moment of magic.
It was a moment of magic for sure. Moment crushed him.
By the way, Conor last year, highest paid athlete. Messi second. I saw the list.
Yeah, but does it count because Conor is highest paid because he made a bunch of money off of whiskey?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he's the highest paid athlete.
Kind of counts.
He is an athlete.
And then Messi is straight up
just
for
soccer.
Performance, just soccer.
Yeah.
They get paid a lot in soccer.
I can only imagine.
Like annual, it's over 100. A lot of people get paid over 100 million per year.
153 million last year, it says.
Woo! Woo!
And it's really heartbreaking. He just got transferred from the team he's been with for 20, 21 years in Barcelona. He got transferred to Paris.
Why?
There's a lot of people criticizing the whole machine of modern soccer. He wanted to stay. I think he wanted to. He said he would accept a half, like 50% cut. Only get paid half. He doesn't care. He wanted to stay with the team. But I think there's something about just drama and administration. I wasn't following it, but they're saying it's modern soccer. They don't give a shit about, they don't give a shit about sort of legacy and the players. There's a machine.
That's a little bit probably why they couldn't afford him anymore.
The club's debt is at $1.6 billion. Whoa.
I don't even know how that works. So
How does that work? How does that work? That seems like someone's done a really bad job accounting.
But he is like at the peak of he's been winning player of the year, like even after 20 years, he's still like at the peak of his performance.
Yeah.
So like to sell, I mean, it's kind of like the Tom Brady from Patriots to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
The funny thing, he wins the Super Bowl again. And it's the same kind of thing, but it's just heartbreaking because he, unlike a lot of players, he's been for the same team. There's something to that loyalty that's valuable. It's always nice in any sport to see an athlete stay with the same people. McGregor's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, stay with the same people.
So is
throughout.
Khabib. Did you see that thing with Ronaldo where they put a Coca-Cola in front of him and he pushed it aside and he picked up a bottle of water and said agua, and like he only drinks water because apparently he's like meticulous about his diet and what goes into his body, and Coca-Cola's sales tanked. Their stock market price tanked. Cost them like, I'm sure they bounced back, but their cost their market share something like $1 billion. Just him doing that.
$4 billion.
$4 billion?
Mm-hmm.
$4 billion by saying water.
Yeah.
I like water.
Yeah,
I'm drinking water.
The reach of soccer in the world, like global influence, is huge,
Yeah.
especially when you have these icons. And he is, unlike Messi, I think Messi's like hides himself much more. He has a private life. Is like really happy with
Ronaldo's
kids.
a baller, right?
Ball in like the in the PG way, right? He doesn't do like he's wholesome baller.
Oh, wholesome baller. He's not doing coke and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
going
that's Diego Maradona.
oh, he
Who
would
was
go crazy?
Argentina. I think there's coke, and that was back when coke wasn't cool. I think there's a lot of drugs. His personality is
Is he still alive?
he's still alive. He still has opinions. What does
he's
that meaning like he has a voice in Argentina and talks about Messi and so on. So Lionel Messi is Argentinian and Diego Maradona is Argentinian, and just the way Messi moves has some of the elements that Maradona does too. There's like these moments of genius. Like Maradona has that famous hand of God goal in the World Cup.
No, he passed away, by the way.
He did? Maradona passed away?
I thought I heard that. Yeah, he did. In November.
In November, okay.
Hard to
Sorry to hear that. He had the hand of God goal where the ref didn't notice it, but he knocked the ball into goal with his hand. But he made it look like it's a header. People really love that. Like him and Messi, but he has a really famous one where he runs from like the other side and dribbles past everybody else and scores the goal. That's really difficult to do at the highest level of competition.
The amount of gambling on soccer must be insane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it legal gambling? Do they have a lot of legal gambling on it?
I don't. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost all legal now.
Well, now.
To an extent.
Right.
But I don't know. Without going deep back into like Google search, I don't think it's been deeply illegal in Europe.
Well, they
like it has been
have
here.
legalized sports betting in New York now, right?